Hey everybody, Crystal Gamer here, and welcome to the channel and to a new speed build. This is actually a build that I already have out. It's already out on the gallery. I put it out a little while ago, but I just decided to throw the build out in part because I had the footage and why not, and it wasn't that much to cut it and all of that stuff, and I'm heading out of town for a little bit, and so it was kind of a good quick one to put together for while I'm gone. And so if you're not familiar with the debug items, these are 90%, like almost everything that's used in this build comes from debug. All of these little garden plots, if you will, are objects that were liberated by EA back in, I want to say it was July. I think the end of July, the July update, I think is when they liberated all of these objects. It's like over 1,000 objects liberated. It's awesome, man. I love it. And by the way, I have a review out for that too, that is available on my channel, and I'll link that below and at the end of the video in case anyone hasn't seen it and wants to see it. It kind of gives an overview of a lot of the objects. I didn't include all 1,000 because there's 1,000. It's kind of too much to even fit on a lot, but I do go over a lot of the objects that they liberated at that point, and there are a lot of them in this build. And interestingly, some of you might recognize some of these from objects that we have, which is true. Like even some of the little white flowers that I was placing around, the purple flowers in the video a few seconds ago, even those are actually items that we have in the game that we can buy and put on our Sims lot. But the liberation of objects can make my builds a whole lot cheaper because most, if not all, of the stuff in debug is free. And since it's free, when I add it to builds and I do landscaping with this stuff rather than the stuff we have to buy, my builds are a whole lot cheaper, and that makes me happy because then I figure there's more of a chance that people might download them off the gallery. And debug stuff is not CC stuff, so it's not considered modded, which is a beautiful thing. That makes me very happy too. I love CC. I just hate that it's so much less likely to be downloaded and to appeal to people. That kind of drives me crazy because, man, I love CC. I would use it all the time if like everyone used it and it was easy for everyone to download and all of that. But I know a lot of people don't use it and don't download with it and all of that stuff. So I don't know. I don't use it all the time for that reason. And actually, to be honest with you, lately, the last few months, pretty much, I don't know, since it seems like maybe since Get Famous or something like that, they just keep releasing stuff and, you know, liberating 1,000 objects and all of this stuff. And they just keep putting more and more stuff out. And because they keep putting stuff out, I've been very occupied with all the stuff they've been putting out. So I haven't had a desire really to do CC, to use CC lately. I mean, not really, I can't say not entirely. There's been some CC that I've seen that I've been like, ooh, that looks cool, you know, but I haven't opened up a CC based game in a while. I keep separate save files for CC builds and for non-CC builds. And I haven't opened up a CC build in a while, mainly because I haven't transferred my, I don't know, 7, 8 gigs. I don't know how many gigs of CC I have over in a bit. So I haven't built with CC in a bit, but this 1,000 objects liberated, this really expanded things out. And I mean, it allowed me to build almost this entire build with just liberated objects. The only things that are things that I would buy in game are objects that the Sims interact with and use. So the tables and chairs, the chess tables, the monkey bars, the vending booths, all of those things are items that you actually have to purchase. They're not liberated items, but that's because the Sims interact with them, and the liberated items, the Sims can't really interact with them. And also, oh, by the way, if you're using liberated fences, you have to put some kind of fence underneath. Otherwise, Sims will just cross over and walk right through the fences from the debug. And also, I should give you some information on this build too. I brilliantly named it Liberation City Gardens, and I know y'all have to be impressed with that because it's all about liberated objects. So that's what I named it. And yeah, there's no CC, as I mentioned already. And let's see, cost doesn't really matter because it's a community lot, so cost is not typically relevant. I'm not sure exactly how much it is. I could probably look that up real quick though. Oh yeah, here we go. It is just under 25,000 simoleons. So under 25,000 simoleons for this whole thing. And this is not a tiny build. This is a 40 by 30 lot, so it's not tiny. And it only ended up being less than 25,000 simoleons. So that goes to show if you're using the debug objects, the liberated objects, it is a whole lot cheaper. I can't even believe that this whole thing ended up being less than 25,000. Wow. Yeah, even my own mind is blown. I didn't even realize how cheap it ended up being. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I wish that the garden plots, I wish we had mirror images of each of the garden plots, but we don't. But I did spend some time to set them up and I don't know, kind of look cool in the garden. But those little garden plots that came with Debug, they're among my favorite things that came with the liberation of all the new objects. And look at here, we are already into the cinematics. So I gabbed my way through this pretty quick video and I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed watching it and listening to me gab away. And if you did, please don't forget to hit that like button below. And if you're new around here, I do post at least 2 or more Sims videos a week, all different Sims content. I do builds and tutorials and cast stuff and fashion shows and pack reviews and challenges, and basically if it is Sims stuff, I do it. So if you are into the Sims, if you like the Sims, definitely hit that subscribe button below and the little bell for notifications so that YouTube lets you know when I release new videos. And thank you all so much for spending the time with me today. Hope to see you all back again next time. Bye now.